Hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness, how are you guys doing? Nakia, Shea, River, thank you so much for showing up. Like, literally, I've been gone for so long, and the fact that you guys, like, is so impromptu. Like, I have no reason to stream right now, but the fact that you guys are here, like, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how much I appreciate that. Seriously. Hello. I hope you are doing well. Oh, River, you're so sweet. Thank you. I missed you guys too. I miss being able to bring you adventures, and I have been feeling so well lately. So I thought, you know what? Let's jump back in. And I have just been desperately missing the fact. Oh, Simple. Hi. How you doing, girl? I have been desperately missing being able to have our big families and all of the stories that go along with them. So I had to hop back in, and oh my gosh, Simple, the fact that you're here. Hello. Simple has been killing it on her channel, as I'm sure every single one of you know. She is going hard and bringing you all the content. My goodness. But thank you. Yeah, I've just got like my video playing in the background of Bolt's first day in Towerfall, so I hope you guys are enjoying that little that little bit. But I found this really cool site, and I thought, you know what, I have a hard time sitting down and focusing on things, so what if I just stream putting the family tree together? Because I found an amazing site that lets me put, like, I'm happy with this site that does the family tree. So let me show you what we're gonna be doing here. As you can see, this is just playing on YouTube. Y'all can see my YouTube feed. What am I been watching lately? Snake Discovery. Who loves Snake Discovery, y'all? Butch X3. We all know I love this man. Paralives has been everywhere. My goodness. Putting on ambient music for when I'm reading my books. Y'all can get like a little deep dive into my life here. Planet Zoo. Oh, Rotten Mango podcast. Y'all, it's fun times. But what we're gonna be doing today is look at this site. Now, if you guys need a awesome site to make your family trees on that lets you just go like this and move the people around, highly recommend. Ooh, Simple, yes, please tell me all about Paralives. Do I need that in my life? Because it's been everywhere. I use Family Echo for my family trees. Okay, we need to look this up. Family Echo. Oh, that you can go away now. Thank you. You were very helpful when I needed you, but no needed. Okay, Family Echo. Ooh, okay, I hadn't clicked on this. What can we do? Edit my details. My name is Nikki. Surname at birth. Okay. That says Nick, not Nikki. Nikki. Okay. Can I add pictures? Contact? Biography. No, I don't think I like it quite as much. But I did pay for more because I was so enthralled with it. Paralives is still in early access, but what they have so far is already better than Sims 4. That's cool. And I can say that because, yeah, you've got a lot of sim hours. Oh my goodness, that's more hours than I have in ARC. Holy crap, Simple. You are not kidding. But I like this one because we can have pictures and we can just scoot them around all over the place. It's really, really cool. So we have our Timber and Nisha, and what I really like is if you go on to view, what I tend to get a little bit bored with is writing everybody's biographies. But if we scroll down, it automatically adds family members, their spouse, and then it does like an auto summary, which is super cool. So it says Timber is married to Nisha. Timber has had 11 children, and then it lists them out, which is pretty fun. Speaking of ARK, have you seen the Burrow Buck teams? No. I have been staying so far away from ARK for like months and months now. I know that they just came out with, I think, Genesis in like their little revamp, but I haven't seen. I think they were working on like some type of Kraken too, right? Something crazy for like the underwater stuff. Yeah, no, stayed totally away. I'll probably have to play with ARK soon. I don't have anybody to play with though. My husband is like completely over ARK because he thinks that it's just like this, you know, they're just like money hungry people who made this game and they never finish anything and everything's super buggy and they don't care. So he's like not about that. Oh no, so Genesis isn't out yet. So I thought they did part 1, but I guess that's next on the chopping block, I'm assuming. Excuse me while I drink some water. Yeah, we need to, honestly. It's so fun. But yes, so this is the family tree here, and so I've been writing a bunch of things. So would you guys like me to take you through and read you the descriptions of who I have so far? Because I need to write more descriptions and get everything kind of up and going, and I have personally a problem with remembering like too much about some of our wolves here. So I'll just run through kind of a few things. They're not too long. Timber is the founding male wolf of the Wildfire Pack, setting off in Lost River as a 2-year-old. Not much is known about his natal pack. Timber was eager to make a name for himself and brave enough to fight bears out of caves to take what was his. However, he quickly learned that surrounding packs were just as brave and strong as he, and through a fight with the Lucky Pack that chased him out of their territory, he found himself wounded and in very bad shape. In his state, he happened upon a pair of dispersal females from the Shadow Pack. One of the females caught his eye, and as she looked like she was very down on her luck and possibly in pain. She had a blind eye and a bent and damaged ear, and with Timber also not doing well, he thought it might be nice to pair up with this female for the time being, and they can perhaps work together to heal and protect one another. Her name was Nisha. What followed is an amazing story between two wolves that were head over heels in love, and together they formed one of the greatest packs that Lost River has ever seen. From this point forth, the Wildfire was born. So that's kind of what we're working with as far as biographies. They're not too long, but I feel like I'm not very good at writing. So some of them are not super great. So we have Miss Nisha here. Hers is a little bit longer. It does talk about her past a little bit, how she raised her sister Callie, how her father was an elder wolf and really could not provide, and so she had to step up and really take on that role. And Timber quickly found out that she is not this little damsel in distress. She is a lot. She's a lot. Yeah, this just kind of goes over that. and how they formed the Wildfire. Blazes does kind of touch on him viewing Cole as the golden child. So Blaze is the firstborn son of Timber and Nisha. Although he was a valuable member of the pack, he always resented his runty little brother Cole. Cole always seemed to catch the spotlight, and no matter how hard Blaze tried, his father's praise always seemed to go to Cole. Early on, Blaze stopped trying and resented his family, waiting for the day for a female to come along and together they could form their own pack. Blaze met his mate Honor late in life, and together they formed a pack that moved north in the mountains and the territory above the Wildfire. And I've also added to, you can see their coat, what age they dispersed, and then their stats right down there. So this site is called it's from Story Legend. It's Family Tree Builder by Story Legend, and they do have a paid version, which I was like, it's $60, but it's for an entire year. So I'm just gonna do it because I am obsessed with family trees, and I feel like this is like a really nice link that I can send people to if they're interested in following along with our adventures and they would like to be able to click on the different wolves and see their biographies. So I said screw it and I paid for it. I think there is a little bit of a limitation with how many like photos and stuff that you can upload and how long your descriptions can get, but if you just want to have like names and have it all listed out, I'm pretty sure you can do that all in the free version. You can have descriptions just in like a limited way, and like I didn't need to like sign up and like make this whole big thing. Like it was just free, like you can just do it right away. So I thought that was really, really cool. But let me see who I do not have descriptions of. Oh yeah, Flint's is quite a bit longer, just talking about how he really does not like to fight other wolves and kind of his struggles with that. Soot's is pretty funny because he's really naughty. And do I have Ash's? Oops. Yes, I do have one for Ash. And I have a hard time kind of remembering some of the wolves, if I'm gonna be so honest. So I actually don't have Bolt's written out yet. So let's write Bolt's. Obviously he has his adventure with Tumble, and I have none of Kindle's stuff done, which I need to get her family tree going. But let's write a quick description for Bolt since we're jumping back into his adventure. So this is what this looks like. Pack leader, Fool's Gold, and then I want to do, so like all of their statuses will go in this section. So he was a Wildfire pack member. He is the pack leader of the Fool's Gold. And I actually have the game pulled up here as well. And he formed a new pack at age 2. But yeah, this is just going to be a chill talky stream, so if you guys have things that you want to chat about, any questions you have, feel free to ask them. While I take a drink here, apologies. Yeah, we're just gonna be moving and grooving today. Let's see. So Bolt was Timber and Nisha's very last litter. So Bolt and there we go. So Bolt and Striker were the last litter by Timber and Nisha. Bolt is a child at heart always. He loved the puppies at the den growing up. And always was ready to play. How are you guys liking his series, by the way? I know it had quite the break in it, but I really like the idea of his challenge, and so far, like, I can't believe how well all of the little bits and pieces have been going together for Bolt. Like, the fact that he got so lucky with the first few hunts at the den, like, his pup is already feeling better. Rose got sick and recovered, which is great, and like the naming theme of their pack is so fun. I'm gonna have to mute for 1 second, guys. Okay, apologies. But yeah, I'm loving his adventures so far. Let's see, Bolt loved the toys at the den and was very possessive over the items that his parents, that should be parents, brought back for him. And, oh, that's not correct. Brought back for him and the other pups to play with. Although Bolt grew, he did not enjoy sharing his toys with the pups. Oh my gosh, do you guys remember when Bolt brought the dino on a hunt and like it was stranded in the middle of nowhere and we had to go back for it? Like, he was always trying to take the toys from the den. Very, very rude. I wonder if we should put something like that in here. Excursion? He brought the toys with him on many a hunting excursion, and although this was not helpful, he thought it was a good idea. Oh goodness. Let's see. So then Cole ended up taking over the pack, so we should probably write about that. Timber and Nisha passed away during his formative years in, let's see, formative years before he really learned how to hunt. Yeah, Nakia, you remember that? We had to go back for it. So funny. Timber and Nisha passed away during his formative years before he really learned how to hunt. Cole stepped up to lead the pack and teach him and Striker how to hunt. Let's see. Bolt had a few years with Cole before he met Tumble and decided to start a life of his own. Together, they formed the Fool's Gold Pack and moved to Towerfall. And then we can have like a moment where we're just like, Bolt. Let's see, Bolt has the challenge of Treasure Hunter, where if he smells a human scent, he will have to stop what he is doing and bring the item back to the den. And then his story just goes from there. Oh, yep, he's got his spouse, Tumble, which you can select a spouse on this website, which is super fun. We've already got his parents, Timber and Nisha, and then I'm not going to add his children until they are grown. So Bolt is all good to go, and we can see his bio here with everything. Now, would you guys like to focus on Cole and his kids and his kind of line and write some descriptions for them, or Kindle and her story? Let me know if you guys have a preference. I'm gonna go run and grab a drink really quickly. I know we probably don't have a whole lot of viewers at the moment, but yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts. Which kind of wolves do you want to set up? Do you want to go Kindle side of the family over here with Pilot, or oh my god, Amy's here. Girl, how are you? I feel so blessed. I hope you are doing well. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this family tree is super cool. Amy, I know you've got quite a lot of wolves in all of your adventures. You are always plugging away on your episodes. So yeah, if you ever, I don't know if you've got a family tree builder, but I'm really enjoying this one. If you ever need it, here it is. But I'm gonna run really quickly, go grab a drink, and I'll be right back. So let me know, do you guys want to dive into Kindle and kind of get all of those wolves situated, or Lightning and like all of them? I don't have any descriptions for like Azula and like all of this. So let me know what you want to dive into, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just had to run to the kitchen. Oh, good, Amy. I'm glad you're doing well. And Nakia says Cole, so we can kind of focus on Cole's side of the family. And you guys will have to let me know with this family tree. I'm kind of struggling like how to lay it out, but I think everybody in a line for just like what the two wolves have made and then going down like this, I feel like makes the most sense. But like if we ever did Flint, like that's gonna get in the way and we'll have to scooch everybody around, but I'm fine with that for now, because we didn't play around with Flint too much. I don't even think he raised his first litter all the way, if I'm gonna be honest. And then yeah, Bolts is gonna go here and then Kindles is gonna have to branch off this way. But Nakia says Cole's side of the family, which I'm happy to do. I did already write a bio for Burn, so let me read you through that. Burn is Cole's firstborn son. By the way, I did do this in like litter order, so he is truly like his firstborn and everybody else kind of follows suit. So Burn is Cole's firstborn son. He is the runt of the litter, but he has so much spirit and reminded Cole of himself at that age. Burn was sadly killed by a bear raid at the den when he was age 2 and sadly never got to see what his life would have held. During his years with his father, he helped on countless raids and hunts, defending the pups and playing with toys. Burn was an absolute sweetheart and will be forever missed. This is the first adult wolf the Wildfire has ever lost. And in his pack info here, he's got Wildfire pack member and then died age 2 to a bear attack. And then he's got his stats down there, which is so sad. And so I made his color black on there. And then Lightning, handsome man. I don't have anything for him, nothing whatsoever. So Burn, Lightning, and Azula were all together. Like that was a litter. That was Cole's first litter, and then Firefly, Phoenix, and Zuko were his second surviving litter. So do you guys remember kind of anything particular about Lightning? If I'm gonna be so for real right now, I do mix up Lightning and Striker all the time with like who is the one that's always like creeping behind us and like stalking us. And I think it's Lightning. If I'm gonna be so for real, I think it's Lightning. Please let me know if you remember who that is. But it's always the eyes, like right behind us with the really dark face and the eyes. And I think it's Lightning, but it could be Striker. And I'd like to write about it, but I want to know if I'm correct. I honestly, I have to go back and watch my videos at this point. Because both of them have a really dark face with these like bright eyes. He's got the Mackenzie coat also, which I really love. You think it's Striker? It might truly be Striker. It was both, I think. I mean, they probably have both done it. I feel like I've said Striker's name more of like him surprising me though when I turn around and it's Striker. Like I don't feel like I've said Lightning's name as much as I've been like turning around and like, oh, Striker, you scared me, because he's always doing that. Lightning is so handsome though. He's probably one of my favorite like looking wolves. Let's see. Lightning was born to be Wildfire. as... Did we ever have a Smokey? Surely we did. I think we did. I think we had like Smokey and Cinder, and they both passed away. Oh, hello! Welcome in! I'm not quite sure how to say your name. Yeah, it's a lot of X's and numbers and M's. But welcome, welcome! I hope you are doing so well. We're here just kind of working on my family tree because I'm obsessed with them. Yeah, we did have a Smokey, right, Nakia? Lightning was born to the wildfire as smoke is to... I don't know. The flame. Does that sound poetic? As smoke is to the flame. Emmy! Oh, that makes so much sense. Thank you, Emmy. Let's see. I mean, I think he does also stalk. If I remember him correctly, like he does actually still spend a lot of time stalking. I just think he hasn't given us as many jump scares as Striker has. And with his deep dark coat, I mean that just works for him. But yeah, if you guys have any standout moments with Lightning, let me know. The only surviving son of Cole's first litter, he now feels the responsibility. All the other new usernames were taken. It works. Aurora, hi, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. Aurora, the like written out wonderful like little stories that you tell in the comments, like you've done that a few times on this channel, and like the way that you're kind of viewing the episodes has been such an inspiration, and I just want you to know that like you have truly inspired me so many different times, and I am so thankful that you are here and hanging out. So welcome in. Yeah, I was definitely gone for a minute. I am doing well. I just had trouble like truly sitting in my computer chair for any meaningful length of time, and you know, just it kind of goes along with the health issues and stuff that I've been dealing with, but it made sitting down and recording really hard. So now that I'm feeling a lot better, I am so happy to be here. Yeah, why were you gone for so long? Yep, so that's basically it. It's some health stuff that I was dealing with, really truly not being able to like sit down at a desk and be able to record. And so any kind of gaming and relaxing and things that I was doing, or you know, was able to do, was all like in another area. So like not at my desk, like on the couch, or had to do like a lot of console gaming and things. So I just truly was like not able to sit down at my desk and be able to record as much as I previously was, and it sucked. It really sucked. And then my work got like really hard, and yeah, it was really sucky for a minute there. Ah, you've been doing so well. You just got back from grandmother's celebration of life. Oh, that's awesome. Well, I hope that it went really well. And you know, I know you said like, don't worry about me. It was a joyful occasion. So I'm really glad that you guys got to celebrate your grandmother's life. And yeah, I hope it went really well for you guys. So yeah, that is why I was not able to sit down and just be able to tell all of the stories that I want to tell. But I'm feeling great, and I'm trying to take it in small bursts now, as opposed to like sitting down and trying like bust out a bunch of episodes and have it, you know, kind of really mess me up. So I'm just like kind of taking it by the seat of my pants. Whatever I'm comfortable with, I'm gonna do, and not try to push anything. So, and as long as my expectations aren't crazy, because I was really trying to, you know, make the channel big, and when I had a good video, I really wanted to ride on those coattails and just keep going to keep growing the channel and things like that, which is what you're supposed to do. But I just found that I really wasn't able to do that, and it got me in like a really bad headspace for trying to get those things done, and made me all sad and bummed out when things weren't working. So yeah, just have to set all of those things aside, not worry about it, and really just be able to do what I can do and just focus on what I love, which is big, giant families with all of this history and all of this storytelling. Can't wait to see more episodes. Yes, take your time. I sure will. Thank you, Aurora. I love the support, so thank you so much. Let's see. The only surviving son of Cole's first litter, he now feels the responsibility of carrying, let's see, the wild, I should be capitalizing things, but I don't care, the wildfire name and legacy. Oh, it's simple. You thought I was doing great. Well, thank you. Not as great as I would have hoped. I think he was really close to Cole after Burn died. Yeah, I would agree with that, Nakia. I think Cole and Burn really had a connection, especially with Burn being a runt. And now that Burn has passed, I do think him, particularly him, Lightning and Striker, Azula kind of has her own thing, but she's more independent, I feel like. So it's, you know, Cole really has the connection to Azula and like seeing all of these amazing things that she's doing, but I don't think Azula necessarily feels that for Cole. She's more independent and I think connected to her mom. So as far as Lightning's connection with Cole, I think that it is really strong, and I think Cole, his heart hurt so much for Burn, but now he's also giving Lightning a lot more recognition and a lot more light, and falling onto him, if that makes sense. I really ought to start documenting my wolves' lives and their pups and whatnot. Yeah, you should. I mean, that's why I started the channel, because I can't sit here and remember all of these things unless I say it out loud or write it down somehow. So even if you started with a family tree, I think it's really fun. I don't think anyone does as good as they want. Yeah, but that's not a reason to give up. That is true. We all have big dreams. I had to take a break from WolfQuest because I got really frustrated with how hard it was to move the pups. Oh gosh, yeah, from like the rendezvous and stuff, because they didn't want to listen anymore. Oh no. Agreed. There's a lot of times I feel discouraged too, but you're doing a great job. Thank you, Amy. That's so sweet. Yeah, it can be hard out there for sure, but if you have the mentality of just like creating it for yourself, I think that that's personally what helps me, is knowing that like there are not that many creators that will sit there and have 40, 50, 60, 100 plus playlists out there of adventures following a story. They hop in, then they hop out, and things fall off, and I don't want to be that channel. I want to continue to follow through with the legacies that we've created. It may take me a while, but I'm here, and I'm here to follow them. But yeah, there's just not that many out there that really do as much storytelling as I feel like. You know, we've got a couple of channels in here with Simple, me, and Amy, and I feel like we all are deep in the story trenches, and there's just not that many of us out there, you know? Excuse me, I feel like we have to represent. Now he feels the responsibility of carrying on the wildfire name and legacy. Let's see. He's got +2 stamina and -2 health. And neutral speed and neutral strength. So he is pretty good as far as his stats go. I mean, I would consider that pretty solid. Oh yes, Amy, you love to, and you love documenting everything. Yes, absolutely. Are you going to remake the Discord? And is that going to take a back seat? Yeah, I think that's going to take a back seat just because I felt so bad being the person that had like a dead Discord and like not being able to be in there and chat and be as active as I want. I never want to make that space for anyone. Like I never want to be that person. And yeah, I don't know. I just felt really bad about it and that I was letting people down. And so I was just like, I can't like have this in the back of my brain anymore of being a letdown to people. So I just need to let it go until I am able to be kind of full force into it. And maybe someday when, you know, maybe I don't have to work as full-time as I do and things like that, I might be able to manage that a little bit better. But yeah, I did not want to be a disappointment anymore, so I had to let it go. If you focus on what other people think, making videos for other people, set yourself up for failure. Yeah, you definitely do. I was in the trenches of that for sure. Yeah, it's hard when you can't be active in the community. That was the thing. Like, I don't want to make a space where I feel like it was going to be disappointing for others, like who happened to pop in. So, yeah, was not going to do that anymore. Decided it was better to take it down. And then that way I can still catch up with you guys in the comments, you know, and live streams whenever I'm feeling frisky, and catch up. Oh, hi, Blue. You're not disappointment. Oh, thank you. People are never easy to please. That is absolutely true. You are that person. Discord isn't very active because, yeah, see, Amy, it's hard. It's a lot. Simple's out here running the grind. She's in her Discord. Her Discord's all kinds of active. I'm still in it. I still pop in it on occasion. It's a lot of work. Yeah, Aurora, you can understand that. Thank you so much for the support. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm too hard on yourself. Story of my life, I know. Thank you. Well, you know, I figure I can just kind of dip my toes in, take it, you know, take it a few steps at a time, bring you guys a little bit of our stories whenever I can. I just actually edited the next Fool's Gold episode, so we've got the next one up and coming. And, you know, if I can do like an episode a week or something like that, I feel like that would be pretty fun. We've got a lot of families right now, though. That's the problem. We've got the wildfire, the floodwater, the Fool's Gold. We got a lot happening. And I don't want to be bouncing around too much because then people will kind of lose where we're at in the story. So maybe we can get to an end of an arc and then move on from there. I feel like that would work. You know, get your pups through Young Hunters and then you can kind of pop over to another pack. Oh my gosh, Blue Wolf, that's funny. Let's see. Now he feels the responsibility of carrying on the wildfire name and legacy. Lightning has many skills. I feel like he's a little bit of a quiet wolf, if I'm gonna be honest. Lightning is a quiet wolf with... I think has got quite a bit of confidence. But reassurance, however you spell that, not that way. Reassurance from his family is what keeps Lightning going. Let's see, it gives him his purpose and pride. I feel like that sounds nice. I miss the wildfire pack a lot. Yeah, the wildfire pack is truly my baby. The Floodwater probably next in my favorite, just because I love Kindle's story and the struggles that she's gone through and the rivalry kind of that she has with River. And I'm really curious, their story is still fairly new, so I'm really curious down the line where that's gonna go. If you consider how much history Cole has, and the fact that Cole is an elder wolf, you guys. He is 8 years old. I keep having to go into his family tree to snag pictures of everyone for this family tree, and it says 8 years old elder, and I'm like, sir, where has the time gone? And then just knowing that we're eventually gonna have to pick the next member for the wildfire, y'all, I mean, how are we gonna do that? Cause I don't know. I love that man so much. I should probably start up the Northern Lights pack again. Oh my gosh, I love that. You got a monkey plushie. You got your late birthday present. Oh, well, I hope you had an amazing birthday, Aurora. Plushies are my favorite present to get. I have quite a few. I've got an African wild dog that I got from a safari area that is near my home that we can travel to, and I've been there twice now, and it's really, really awesome. And they have a gift shop where I got an African wild dog, and then I got a seal plush as well. Plushies are just, they're my absolute favorite. You love all the packs and their stories. Oh, thank you, Amy. It's a 6-eared macaque. Wait a minute. What the heck is a 6-eared macaque? Hello? None of these are a 6-eared macaque. This is very anime. Please explain. Must know. Fox Spirit Matchmaker. I do not know these things. Inform me. Lego Monkey Kid. Simple just says Azula for the next member to lead the wildfire. Okay, look up Lego Monkey Kid. Alright. Lego 6-eared macaque. Okay, so this guy, right? What is this from though? What do? What do and why? Journey to the West? within Monkey Kid from Journey to the West. My character of the show. I had no idea. It's cute. Oh, look at this guy. Okay. And then we've got 3 ears on each side. Love that. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. my like TV life, I don't know if I'm just too old. Y'all let me know. But I have been absolutely obsessed with watching all of the seasons of Survivor. They're on, I think, Prime right now. And they have all 50 seasons. Every single one of them. And so I'm on like season, I think, 14 right now, watching all of the Survivors. Love it. Absolutely love it. I wish I could be on Survivor. And I even started a zoo in Planet Zoo during my time off with the Survivor theme, because all of the animals that they kept showing on the show had me super inspired for making different like zoos within the different climates of where they go for the show. 50 seasons is too many. Not if you have the willpower, and not if you're as much of a homebody as I am. I will be home for 50 seasons. I will sit on that couch and read my book and watch 50 seasons. I'm here for it. Oh, I loved Survivor when I was younger. Yes, it's such a good show. Yeah, but apparently the 50th season has like Mr. Beast in it. Which I'm like, how far have we come? My goodness. But yeah, I think the first season of Survivor, I was like in high school or something. It's been a long time. Oh gosh. Okay. 2 seconds, guys. I'm gonna be right back. I had to get ready for my dinner. It's gonna be done soon. Also, would you guys like some real music other than the WolfQuest music? 'Cause I'm sure I can find some. But right now I just have the game in the background. So let me know if you want to change. Now, the only thing I can't remember, because it's been so long since I've played the Wildfire, is who has actually dispersed. Open to other music. Okay, I might flip through and see if I can find something. Lunar Mood, hi. Lunar, I just have to say, like, your comment the other day on my video is truly what made me like, you know what, let's just see if I can sit down and record. So I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time literally out of your day to comment something on one of my older videos, because that was so sweet and you did not have to do that, but you did, and I appreciate you so much. And I looked for that kitty video. Is that your kitty, by the way, like your profile picture? Because it's gorgeous. I have a black kitty. Her name is Gypsy. And your kitty just reminds me of my kitty, and I love it. Either way, I enjoy the Wolf Quest music. I know it's just there, huh? We're all so used to it. Let me see if I go here. Yeah, y'all can see the family tree of what I've been working with here. This is Bolt. Or no, excuse me. This is Cole's family tree. And we can see like some of our new kids that we need to add. So I have Firefly, Phoenix, and Zuko on. And I'm not going to add Sizzle, Electra, and Inferno yet. Oh no, these, yeah, no, Scarlet and Torch as well, because they're not grown. So we're not going to do them until they've like passed their young hunters. Oh, Sizzle, you have Flint's coat. But yeah, here we have Burn. You're dead, sir. I don't know why you're here. You have passed. Bolt. Oh, Blaze, the villain. You could have been so much, sir. He passed away when I want to say he was like 5 or 6. That was really sad. I mean, I don't blame him. Like, I can understand his story with how much Timber really focused on Cole, and he just took that to heart, and he really felt ostracized from the family. And Cole was the golden child, and Cole was a runt. Like, so how, in Blaze's mind, like, how bad of a wolf does he have to be for his father to be giving all of this praise to a runt? He's worse than a runt in his mind, you know? That's really sad. So I can understand how Blaze, you know, went the way that he did. Oh my gosh, I know. The fact that I cried when Nisha died? Jesus Christ. Seriously. Oh my god, yeah. Nisha was one of the best mates I have ever seen, and the fact that she had such like a mark on me will forever remember. And I've quite literally, in all of the hours, how many hours do I have in Wolf Quest? I have 755 hours in Wolf Quest. I have never encountered a wolf with a blind eye like her and a bent ear. You know? Just, she's so special. And the fact that I decided to make my channel playing Timber, and that was the wolf that we found. Never again. There's never gonna be a mate as special as Nisha. Just ever again. Yeah, Nakia, he died when he was 6. That makes sense. That totally makes sense. Oh, Timber, my love, my man. That's Tiki. You guys haven't met her. She's the wolf I've been playing with during my break. She's the Red Skies pack, or no, the Red Sails pack. She's fun. Star, this was my first wolf ever in Wolf Quest 3. We had her as an Iron Wolf before she passed. Yeah, I've had a few wolves that you guys haven't seen before. Ranger. There's Phoenix, but I came to actually go to my game settings and turn my volume down a little bit. And maybe bring up my Spotify. So let's get that going. I could probably just play a YouTube video as well in the background, if I'm honest. But I never know what's going to get me demonetized these days. Because who knows?
Here comes trouble, putting on a show, like a domino, I fall.
Aw, Shayla, thank you. I'm glad that could give you a little bit of fun times after your stress of your semester. Alright, let's turn that down a little bit. Yeah, Aurora, I'm definitely on that same route. I definitely treat all of my wolves like they're iron wolves, regardless of if they, like, pass away, you know? Okay, I think that's a good volume. Let me know if you guys agree. Let's see. For now, you found a 0-star mate the other day. You didn't even know if that was possible. Holy cow, Lunar Moon. Did you keep them? Did you do a trial with them? I'm so curious. That's awesome. I've seen people find elder wolves, just like on the WolfQuest subreddit, as potential mates. And that's wild to me. I love that. That's spelt wrong. How do you spell remaining? I like that. Is content with remaining with the wildfire and helping Cole raise the next generation. Let's go with that. You did keep her. You're on accurate, so less pups is helpful. Okay, I am so glad that I am not the only person who feels that way. I love finding low star diversity mates. Less pups, they survive better. Like, I'm all about it. Now, Miss Azula. A fan favorite, I must say. Simple, you let me know. Am I on the right generation? Am I on generation 3 with Azula? I think I am, but I don't want to make a fool of myself. Yes, but it's only under specific circumstances that you can find one. Yes, Lunar, it is easier with fewer puppies, for sure. I don't know why I always have such a problem with generations. So she's generation 3. Maybe it'll be easier when they're all like in a tree like this. Yeah, you cannot find a 0-star mate if your wolf is a genetic gray coat. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Of Generation 3, and her mother took a special interest in her. Let's see, Azula showed great interest in hunting at a young age. At the wow, how the heck do you even spell rendezvous? That I'd never, there we go. Kind of got it right. Yeah, litter is a generation, and it's not. That you want to think that way with like the packs, but that's not true. Like they're all just brothers and sisters, but like Cole being born in the first litter all the way down to like Bolt, I just like they're brothers, but you just don't think of it that way, you know? Rendezvous, thank you, Aurora. At the rendezvous site, Azula was the bravest pup crossing the creek and hunting for mice and squirrels. Bringing them back to the pack to share with her brothers and sisters. The loss of her brother, because we can't forget Oakley, was very hard on her. Okay, I'm done with that one. Thanks so much. Also, if any of these, if the music is too loud, please let me know. This website is called, so the actual URL is tree.storylegend.app. So it's Family Tree Builder by Story Legend. And I'm loving it, personally. Who was the wolf that the cougars always went after in the Wildfire Pack? I know one of the members always had a cougar trying to take them. So Ash was the one who was the cougar hunter. So that might be who you're thinking of. He has absolutely no fear when it comes to cougars. He, was hopping up and attacking the cougars like they were nothing. He got very lucky as well because he was also attacked by the cougars. So Ash just had a ton of cougar run-ins, and I'm pretty sure I'm literally gonna have to go back, but I feel bad that I don't remember, but I think Ash dispersed because I remember there was a wildfire episode which I was so sad about, the fact that Cole almost had like none of his brothers left because he had Soul, but Soot left, Kindle was gone, Flint was gone, and I feel like he just had like Ash and Striker left, Bolt left. And I think Ash did find a mate, but you guys let me know if you remember differently. But I think you're thinking of Ash. No, there was a pup that the cougars were always trying to take in one litter. I know, who was it? I think it was Firefly had that moose attack at the den. You guys remember that? She barely lived past it. Trying to take in one litter. Now I'm gonna have to sit there and try to remember, because like I said, I know Ash was always fighting the cougars, but maybe that's him going after the cougar that was trying to attack the pup and there was always a pup that was targeted. So I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back, and I think before I start recording Wildfire season 2, I'm gonna have to go back and actually watch season 2. And yes, that moose attack was insane, and I had no business trying to. Yes, Ash did find a mate, right, Nakia? Yes. And I don't remember who it was, and I have to go back to that episode. Yeah, you think it was Ash. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to that episode. I think Ash dispersed, and that makes me sad because Cole has like none of his like brothers and sisters left. I think Soul and Striker. Hold on, let me save this. Save changes. Cause Spark is gone too, isn't he? From the wildfire? Because Flint is gone, Soul's gone, Soot's gone. No, excuse me, Soul's still here. Flint is gone, Blaze is gone. Ember's gone. Soot is gone. Bolt is gone, Kindle's gone. So he just has Striker. Striker and Soul, right? Just these two, because Ash would have also left. That's gotta be it, right? Maybe it was Ash who always got attacked by cougars when he was young, and that's why he was always going after cougars. That feels correct, Aurora, I have to say. I think he got targeted as a pup and grew to hate them. I feel like that's correct with Ash. Yeah, I feel like that's correct. And if we take a look at his, so Ash is another member of the Wildfire who is loyal till the end. While he does not have too many standout moments in his story, his love for his family and the joy of watching Cole raise his pups give him the joy that he needs in life. Watching his strong sister grow into the wolf she is, referring to Ember, makes him proud and has him considering his own life choices. For now, he is happy to remain with Cole and his pups. He respects Cole's leadership and has accepted Crimson as a smart and skillful leader as well. And I wrote that, and the whole time I was writing that, I was pretty sure that he had dispersed. I'm like, this feels not correct. Spark has a secret as a mate. Yeah, I'm literally gonna have to go back and watch season 2 of The Wildfire to get everybody's like little moments correct, because yeah, I'm struggling. This looks like Canva. No, this one's not Canva. I do use Canva for my my stuff, but no, this is Family Tree Builder. If I expand my, let's see, will it let me? Okay, if I expand my thing, you can see the URL there. Tree.storylegend.app. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm working with here. And if I go to menu, there's like a way that I can share this, right? So you guys can like see the actual tree. I don't necessarily want to export. I mean, I don't know what that does for you guys. If you guys want to click on that, I don't know what it will do for you, but it's there. But it's almost like, I was hoping for like almost a wiki where you guys could go and view it. So if I go to my profile, anyone with the link can view. I love that. Invite people by email, view link only. Yeah, no, that's great. Commenter, viewer. I love that. Link does nothing. What about this? Let's do it. Let's make it shared. It's called local tree, so I need to fix that. Fix the name of the tree. That's not how you spell that either. They were inseparable, and when Oakley passed away, Azula felt the loss of the family more than most. Because in Oakley's lore, he ended up being reborn and actually having his own litter, but he's not really going to be a part of this family tree because he passed away before he was a young hunter. She was always convinced that she could hear her brother's howl during the night on the full moon. That sounds nice. During the full moon, that makes more sense. Perhaps he is living the life he always wanted. That's sweet. A little like, I don't know, Easter egg. Little information. So like if you know about Oakley's story. Oh, yay, you're gonna record an episode soon. That's awesome, Aurora. The fact that I can contribute to somebody's inspiration is so special. That's amazing. I hope that you are looking forward to an amazingly massive family tree with all of the descriptions and the photos. The cool thing is too, down here, they even have in this notes section, you can add details about this character's relationships with others. So you can sit there and like, hey, this person doesn't get along with this wolf and they're also really, really close with this wolf and it affected them in these ways. You know, so it's really, really cool when you sit there and like view the actual bio. It's got all of it there. So it's not quite like the D&D builder that some websites have, but it's pretty close and it's all free and I love it. Let's see, so now we need to get into Crimson and what she kind of affected for Azula. So, Crimson, let's see, Crimson is I don't want to necessarily say established hunter, but is a Formidable. Huntress? That's not how you spell that either. Formidable Huntress who shared her wisdom with the pack. Azula being her firstborn, really focused her energy in hunting and showing and wanting to show her skills to her mother. She has big dreams and may one day take on the title of Wildfire Pack Leader and lead the pack into a era of wealth and not relaxation, but like, what's a word for when you're really well off? Oh, Aurora, that's awesome. Oh, fun, you guys. I hope that you have so much fun making some content, whether it's just, ooh, prosperity. Thank you, Aurora. That's exactly the word I was looking for. Yeah, I really hope you guys have fun just documenting your wolf stories in any kind of way and just putting it out there for other people to enjoy, because really just following lives of wolves is so fulfilling. Is that how you spell that? Yes. Okay. I think we have Azula's bio ready to go. We've got her Blackfire coat, firstborn daughter in Generation 3 of the Wildfire. We've got her stats, daughter of Coal and Crimson. Ooh, you have a wolf called Poseidon. I feel like that would be a really great pup for the Floodwater pack too. We should add that to the name suggestions. That would be so awesome. Now Firefly. It was Firefly who got attacked by the moose. I'm like 99% sure. Yeah, no, I definitely know that it was Firefly who got attacked by the moose, so we need to add that to her description. Oh yeah, so your pack is still pretty young, Aurora, huh? You got some time to consider. I'm gonna run and be right back, guys. Oh, I wonder, can I put this on for you guys? Yeah. Well, oh no, that's Luca. Well, if you guys want to know who I've been watching lately for some just kind of relaxing content, I've been watching Luca playing some Sims 4. That's funny. That's hilarious. Yes, I'm gonna be right back.
Don't know what to say. Send me on my way to you.
I have a question, you guys. You know how... So obviously y'all know that I'm a Siri fan. And like Siri, Pixel Biologist, Queen, Forever Queen. But I never actually played the original like Wolf Quest 2.7 or whatever it was. But I know in that game there was like a special white coat that you could get with a litter. Now Rivers commenting on the Cinderella coat made me think of it. Is there a special white coat in the anniversary edition? Like, is there a certain white coat that I need to be looking out for? Or is that only like a previous Wolf Quest thing? Because I've tried to look it up and I haven't really gotten a good answer on that. So you guys let me know if you know. It's just a 2.7 thing. Okay. It was based off of experience points. Okay. Because I've always kind of like in the back of my mind kind of held out like, oh, maybe. Like maybe it's a thing that I could get. Only the coats to look out for in the anniversary edition are unlockables. Okay. Sad day. I thought maybe there would be like a special coat that we could get, but it's just the unlockables. All right. Thank you. Because I had it in the back of my head that there's always a chance for this like rare white coat that that if you were really, really lucky, you could get one day. Well, that would be really cool if they added more unlockable coats in the future. I would love that. Alright, now with Firefly, I don't necessarily remember a whole ton about her personality. I've gotten the white coat in Wolf Quest, but I think they fixed that. Okay, because I've seen on the Reddit that there is a coat that's just called white. And I was wondering if that was it. The white wolf coat. Yeah, so Rory, you kind of know what I'm talking about too. Where it's just like the name of the coat is white. And it like made me spiral into a deep dive. And I want to know, like, is that something we could get someday? Under the right circumstances, you know? Yeah, but the white coat and anniversary is just a chance to get, but not special. Although I feel like more often than not, I keep getting eyebrows and Luna's. Is that coat even selectable in Wolf Quest? Let me bring you guys back. Is it even selectable? If I were just to hit new game. No, that's not what I want at all. Just kidding. Wait, if I hit new game, no. How do I my wolves create a new wolf? Watch my game just completely freeze for like half an hour. We're gonna solve this right now. And we're gonna see what coats I actually have unlocked. Oh, my game hates me. Look, the white is right there. Oh yeah, it's in an original coat. Okay. Now I see it right next to Tawny. My game is currently frozen and trying to crash. So that's not helpful at all. But yeah, it goes tawny, white, black, beige, and gray in the original coats. So there we go. Problem solved. Well, that's going to figure out what it wants to do. Let's see. While her father Cole was still a little inexperienced in raising pups, he decided to chase a moose back to the den, and Firefly got the brunt of a mama moose attack, while the pack eliminated the calf to, let's see, for feed for the pups. Ooh, Aurora. So Aurora's dropping some facts in the chat here. Interesting. Okay. So basically what you're saying is none of your pups can actually get that white coat because it's all mixtures from different mates that you get. Because I don't think I've personally seen that coat. Did my game fix itself? No. No, it did not. Let's see. Firefly looks up to her sister Azula. I don't know much more about Firefly. I just put Firefly looks up to her sister Azula and wishes one day to become as good a huntress as she. If you guys have any more Azula, or excuse me, Firefly lore, let me know. But I think that's what I'm gonna do for now. Yes, it is possible to get the original white coat. Okay, cool to know. Oh, that's cool. No, I do no longer have a Discord channel. I used to, but not anymore. But it's almost kind of cool to be in the dark with some of the coats too. I really do like to be surprised. I wish that my Wolf Quest game was being responsive right now, but it's closed down now. Sometimes my game, I don't know if I just have too many wolves, but sometimes my game lags out when I try to make a new wolf. I think I have almost all of the unlockable coats. I think there's just like 1 or 2 gray coats that I don't have, but I'm pretty sure I have all of the black coats. And I remember somebody brought it up in the comments one time, which I would love, is there's like a black coat, a genetic black coat that you can get that turns really, really white. And I would love for the Wildfire to get that coat one day. Also, Cole, even in his elder years, I wanted so badly for him to have a mini-me. And he has never made the little T coat again. We've had a couple of coats that are repeats, so like Spark and Blaze have the same coat. Let's see, Azula and Zuko obviously have the same coat. Let's see. So this is the 1276. Firefly, what coat do you have again? Oh, we don't have your coat, sweetie. I need to get that. The black genetic coat that turns white later on. Do you know the name of that coat? Because I would love to know it. I just heard about it and I thought that would be really fun to be able to get that sometime. 755M is my favorite black coat that turns white when they age. Simple. Do we have that? That sounds so incredibly similar. I feel like I have that coat. That's Small Dot. Casanova. 755M. So Soot. Soot has the 755M coat. Also, the 192M Aurora is saying is that White Wolf coat, that iconic one for like the White Lady. Remember that documentary of like the White Lady? Is that the code that you're saying, Aurora? 192M. I don't think it's either of these. That's Bronze Forehead. That's a White Star. You Black. Mackenzie. Blackfire. And I don't have yours. Oh, 192 isn't black though. Okay. Yeah, that's true. So is it Soot's coat then? Is that the 755M? Is that the like same one that the documentary was based on, where you had the black wolf and she turned white? Because that's pretty cool. And we've had it. I don't think I've read Soot's description before, so let me just read it to you guys. Let me take a moment. Soot has a lot of fire in him, and his greatest weakness is his anger. Soot believes that that if another wolf attacks and injures one of his family, their life should be taken. Timber thought that he would grow out of this mentality with age. As you learn along the way that taking the life of another is not the only way to accomplish keeping your family safe. Cole also saw this in Soot and always feared the day that Soot may leave and form his own pack. Cole feared another brotherly rival like his littermate Blaze, and he knew that if it ever came to that, Soot would be the end of him and his family. Soot single-handedly took the lives of multiple wolves in his time in the wildfire and would always become visibly upset when one got away. You guys remember that. Like, Soot really would get mad, and he literally was like growling at his pack mates when they would get into an altercation with another pack of wolves and one couldn't be killed. Nick, he was very, very upset with that. This worried the other pack members, but they were just happy that Soot was on their side and would never want it to be the other way around. When females came courting the pack, Soot took a mate and formed the Diablo Ridge pack. Cole never saw his brother again, and his whereabouts are still unknown. Where did Soot go? Wherever he ended up, he knows Soot is giving them hell. Isn't Soot just the funnest guy? I love him. Also, he has the fatal KK gene. You can see here. So anytime anybody has the fatal KK gene, I do notate it on the family tree. He is a runt. I always forget that Soot is a runt. Like, he does not stand out as a runt in my eyes. Every single time I rediscover that, I'm like, oh my gosh, Soot, a runt? Never in a million years does this man strike me as a runt. 755 was a legendary wolf. I mean, given Soot's past, I feel like that is so fitting for him. And he has dispersed. He has a dispersal save file. Or does he? Because he's not Cole's son, so maybe he doesn't. But we've never played with Soot. And the fact that the game gave him the Diablo Ridge name, this game constantly surprises me with how perfect it always ends up with all of the packs. I mean, Porcupine, I guess, that doesn't really do anything. But Soot! Diablo Ridge, sir! You're a menace to society, and we appreciate you. Yeah, we should play with Soot one day. See him as a 5-year-old, see what he's up to. When did he disperse? Can I bring you guys back over here? My wolves. Oh, that's not how you spell that either. Soot, hello? Where's my Soot? Mr. Timber, can we view your family tree? I would like to know about Soot. Because Cole's not going to have Soot on his family tree at all. So we'd have to go with... Timber's family tree on that. And apparently I never created Soot. If I change him... No, Maybe. No, you're actually right. Because Pilot also had in Kindle's pack a coat that could change and it automatically changed. But I guess if that's the player wolf, you might have to do that yourself. Here's Soot. Well, I don't, because Soot was never dead, so I don't think I have to uncheck that for him. But here's Soot. And we can see that he has the, oh my god! Would you look at that? Oh, I love him. So I feel like he honestly needs some kind of a snaggletooth. Not that one. That one. Do you feel like Soot would have a snaggletooth? Because I feel like he would. Like, I know he never had it when the wildfire was a thing, but I feel like with him fighting the other wolves as much as he was, and biting at them and doing all of the things that he was doing, I feel like he would have a snaggletooth. I'm just gonna call it now. Look at Mr. Man. I need to look at when he actually dispersed from the pack, because he definitely was not age 2, but because we didn't get a save file with him, we're just gonna have to start at age 2 and kind of go back. I don't even remember the name of his mate, so I'm gonna have to look back on that episode and see. But yeah, with how much damage he was kind of doing to the other wolves and how much biting and things that he was doing, I feel like he would have the snaggletooth. Also, I hate that song. Go away. Yeah, say hello to Soot, everyone. Goodness. Okay. Now we've got Soot on the screen here. That's so funny. Maybe from chewing on his rivals over time. Yeah. No, I'd say that fits. He's also so slim, actually. Like, let me go to modify and go to his body. I want to see his body mass. Yeah, he's so small. Look at him. And it's because he, you know, the wildfire was never like a big wolf pack to begin with. But yeah, look, no, he's a very small boy. You got a lot to say, but it's so telling, like, that his personality was so strong that in my head, he's never a runt. And he's a big wolf. But looking at his body mass and his body size, like, he's small boy. He is a small boy. Sure. Because we saved a snaggletooth. He's forever gonna have a snaggletooth. And then soul. I'm pretty sure we have a soul, right? No, we don't. We never made soul. Okay. Well, Timber, come here. Let's get Timber here. And let's go to family tree. And let's make a soul. Come here, buddy. If we take a look at Timber, or excuse me, if we take a look at Soul, his body size multiplier is above half, but his body mass is small. So what does that mean? Is he tall? Like, do you guys consider body size with like height? Because that's kind of how I've always considered it. Height, like body size is height, and body mass is muscle mass, like how thick they are. So does that mean that he's tall but not thick? Because Soul, we've always said, is our biggest wolf. He's our big boy. And I can't see him from the top down, but I know even from just playing in game, he is much bigger than all of our other wolves. So he's tall but lean. What are your stats, buddy? So strength and speed -2 stamina. So I've always kind of interpreted that as like he's a big guy, so he doesn't have stamina. But he does have a little bit of speed, so maybe the long legs do really kind of play the part of that. But yeah, his body mass and body size are not quite what I would picture. Tall and lean, not bulky, refined. So he's just like a good overall like body status. Not thick, but tall boy. Yeah. I mean, given Cole, Cole is the smallest of small that there ever was. So, I mean, Soul is really up there for what we're working with. Aw, buddy. I love you. I do. All right. So yeah, that's Soot, everybody. Firefly, did we finish with you? I think we did. Phoenix, oh gosh, Phoenix, I don't know about you. I don't know anything about you. Let's go back to Cole. And Miss Phoenix. I'm trying to remember much about Phoenix, and I feel like she was pretty determined when it came to hunting. There was one pup that kind of stood out among them when it came to the young hunters. I feel like Phoenix she's a little bit more bold. So during Young Hunters, she was always the one getting damaged because of how much she was trying. And I know her, Azula and Zuko are pretty bonded, with Zuko being the runt and Azula kind of trying to provide for Zuko and looking out for him. And Phoenix, although she didn't have too many experiences, she, you know, does stand out in the way that she is trying to hunt and trying to kind of set herself aside from the pack a little bit. Do you guys have any memories of Phoenix and the way that she operated? I know that she has a beautiful coat that I'm obsessed with the black and the brown, but nothing like crazy is standing out for Phoenix for me. So let me know. I am going to pop back on over to her. She's the second litter. And I always spell her name wrong, so let me know if this is incorrect. Yeah, that's definitely incorrect. O-E? O-E. Yeah, getting hurt a lot. I think that's because of how hard she was trying to hunt. That kind of sticks out to me. Like she was really going for it when she was hunting, and so she was always getting hurt. Does anyone remember the Floodwater episode was called where Kyrie was lost a lot? Oh gosh. Oh man, I remember one where we got one pup was lost and then we got attacked at the den and then another was lost and everybody got lost all at once. Yeah, that was awful. There was certainly an episode where that happened. That's when I remembered somebody commented like, "Hey, that's the reason why I woof all of my pups in the den before I go looking for my lost pup because they all get lost." Reckless at times background, mostly compared to others from what I recall. Moments of bravery might be a way to say it. Yeah, she, I think, is quite a bit more brave and she does get herself hurt with that, and she's just kind of trying to put herself out there. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that was you. Yes, see, like, I think, yeah, that was the, like, the advice in the comments was like, hey, that's why I woof my pups into the den when somebody gets lost, because if you're searching for one, then everybody goes running off. Yeah, that's definitely the episode where that happened. That was fully bringing back memories of that, for sure. Let's see. Haha, yep, that was me. I wolfed him in. Oh gosh. I think Kyrie was killed during a wolf raid or a coyote. Yes, Kyrie was taken from us for sure. That's so funny, Aurora. I'm so glad you commented on that. Oh my goodness. So Miss Phoenix, she has big dreams of having her own pups one day and showing them everything she has learned along the way. Her mother, let's see, taught her everything she knows about hunting. That's wrong. Still wrong. Oh god, still wrong. And she wishes to bring that to her pack one day. Although she, let's see, although she offers much, I feel like she's gonna disperse. Although she offers much to the wildfire now, her mind is set on the future and the lives she will affect along the way. I think like that's a good description of her for now. Just kind of leaving her open to her story. And I don't think she has like too many wolves that she's attached to, but I feel like a motherly vibe towards her. Like Firefly feels pretty adventurous. Azula, maybe she's in the running for, you know, kind of running the wildfire. Honestly, I don't know how you guys feel as well, but Lightning is giving me vibes of maybe running the wildfire someday. No. I don't know why, but every time I try to click on Lightning, it's giving me the wrong photo. There we go. Lightning is also kind of in the running for me. I don't know why, but like between Lightning and Azula, I'm getting that vibe. But Firefly is like a lot more adventurous. She might like want to go off and do her own thing. She's feeling pretty brave from the fact that she survived a moose. Maybe she loves eating moose and like that might be her vibe. And then Phoenix, I feel like is a lot more family oriented. She may want to take that and run with it someday. I don't know like what exactly her preferences would be as far as like maps or what she would want to focus on, but the wildfire's main focus is like family bonds. Like yes, they're kind of focusing a lot on hunting and what they can do with hunting and, you know, really providing for their family, but that's what Phoenix is taking away from it. She's taking the providing portion of it and really the family bonds and wanting to hone in on that and really just finding the love of her life. I don't know if she would do that one day, but that's what I'm seeing for her personally. We've never had an Amethyst Mountain pack Obsidian. I've never like truly played an Amethyst Mountain except for when we played with Ember and Callan, and so I think that would be really, really fun. Yeah, definitely had Lost Pups wander right up to predators before. Oh, that's so stressful. Goodness. Yeah, no, not feeling that. That would be awful. Oh my gosh. Although I feel like it's so sweet going back and watching the first Wildfire episodes when Cole and Blaze were still babies, because Cole, you could even see from such a young age, but when he was in growing pups, when the saga first came out, that Cole was like fighting dogs and biting them. I'm pretty sure that's in my thumbnail, and we talk a whole bunch about Cole actually fighting back, and you can see from like that age on how much fire he had in his heart, and it's so sweet. And the fact that he went on to continue on the Wildfire legacy, like that just so confirms to me that he was the correct wolf to choose for this pack, and he just has that spirit in mind, and whoever leads the pack from here on out, like that's, you know, yes, the hunting is really, really awesome, but that's just like the main focus, and the core of this pack is their family bonds and how much they're keeping that in the forefront of their minds and wanting to continue the pack in that way. And yeah, it's really fun to think about who might be the next, but he just feels so deserving. Like yes, Soul was like maybe gonna be in the running for that, my sweet baby angel Soul, but he just wasn't ready at the time. He wasn't ready to commit, and he's still been around. Like we've had, you know, some of the pack members stick around for a really long time, like Ash in particular. And you know, we've obviously had so many of the other wolves like move on, like Bolt. Striker is still here, but You know, it's just those family bonds to really kind of move on and continue the legacy. And, you know, who of these pups is going to do that? I don't know. He definitely was the best one. Oh gosh, Obsidian, who are we talking about? I got so distracted I don't even know who you're referring to. Well, now I need to look back at Cole's family tree to even see if we have everyone. Yeah, because these pups are not even born yet. So that's as far as we have. We just have Zuko left. So Zuko is the last one of Cole's side of things to really edit. Honestly, this is why I like more 1 to 2 star pairs. Much more intimate of knowing the pups and their generations. Cole was the best choice. Yeah, no, okay. I totally know what you're talking about. Yes. So Brooke was killed by Floodwater Pack, season 1, episode 24, by Rye of the Grassy Creek, and then Kyrie died to coyotes and the Floodwater Pack in 27. Thank you, Aurora. Yeah, so I'm assuming that it was Kyrie that made Kendall go off and have her moment. But you let me know if I'm wrong. But I think it was Kyrie. Cause that moment was so special to me, you guys. Like I said in the episode or the episode after, I had trouble sleeping one night and I envisioned this whole moment with Kendall and how her story kind of progressed forward in this like really emotional moment that she had with Timber and how she was feeling and really being able to, oh, it was Brooke, really being able to accept her feelings and being able to connect because she had this like such a big wall up of letting people into her space and being able to affect her emotionally. Kendall ran off because Brooke, and then she came back and lost Kyrie later. Oh yeah, so it was Brooke that ended up being the one that kind of sent her off. But yeah, she just had such a hard time with being able to accept loss, accept her failures, and also being able to accept those emotional things that were happening to her and let it in versus just blocking it out, being strong, powering through and moving forward. And she was lashing out at her mate Pilot and lashing out at River. The amount of tension between Kendall and River is insane because River is so much like her mother, and the fact that those two are so much alike brings so much chaos and butting heads between the two. And you know, Kendall does not realize at this point that that is a reflection of her. Like, she is seeing the reflection of her through River, and she doesn't realize it. She doesn't realize that that is what she is looking at. But it's so true. And River on her end of things is like, I'm being the most that my mother ever wants me to be. I'm being exactly like how my mom is. And Kendall just does not see it that way. She sees it as this, you know, rebellion and like, why aren't you listening to me? Why aren't you doing the things that I need you to do? And she just does not see it. And it's like, girl, You are the exact same way. That is exactly how you are raising these pups, is to be just like you. And it's such a fun storyline that we're seeing with them. Oh, I could go on and on about the floodwater. I had a question that I never got to ask you, but you would mind if I made a wolf that and pretended she was Kyrie from the Floodwater pack, and like you pretended Oakley lived. Oh, girl, go for it. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Or would you rather I not, in case you... No, absolutely. Aurora, I have no plans on bringing Kyrie back, like how you had, or like how I had for Oakley. No, you go for it. I have no qualms, and if you are making Wolf Quest episodes, I would love to share your link and all of these things, so go for it, my friend. No qualms here. But yeah, their story is so fun, you guys. We have so many like little offshoots of different personalities that we're working with, which is why I want to have this timeline and this family tree, just to get it all established for one, and then we can go back and edit it whenever we want to. And if there's a major event, we can keep track of it here and then move forward in all of our episodes. Yeah, Obsidian. There is a difference too, and I don't know how, you know, versus your guys' age here, but there is such a difference when you're young and you're looking up to your parents and you see all of these things versus when you're older and you realize that your parents are just humans. Like, they're just people. You know? They're really not that different from you. And they're not that different from everybody you meet in the world and the stories that you hear. And no person is perfect. But when you're young, you really do think of your parents that way. You think of your parents in a whole different light other than just being regular humans on this earth. And I think that's a little bit of what we're seeing right now. You know, Kindle, from one way that you're viewing her, is just like, oh yeah, there's this wolf that has all of these issues, versus from River's eyes, this is the person that you look up towards. This is your mom. This is everything. And in reality, she's just another person that has all of these flaws and inconsistencies that you might be encountering yourself. And depending on which view you're looking through that day determines the way that you're viewing things. And it's such a little vortex that we're in. Ooh, what coat did Kyrie have again? We can definitely take a look. Yep, had that revelation already. Everyone gets there in their own time. Obsidian, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and see what coat Kyrie had for Aurora. If we go to Kindle, let's go to her family tree. And here is Kyrie, who was killed. Oh no! You guys, she was killed too young to see what coat she had. I do know that there is on the wiki a link of like what all of the coat types look like when they're pups. So if you wanted to cross-reference this, you can. But unfortunately this does not list. It's obviously a gray coat because it's KK. But this does not list what actual coat Kyrie had. But you can take a look-see here and see if you can figure it out at some point. Is this not Timber's coat? 3251. Nope, it's not. Timber had the 9F coat. Oh wow, look at these two. These are really similar. So Rain and Salty, 3251 and 3252. That's cool. I had no idea. Oh no! I'm sorry. Here. You can't see. You can't see. There's Kyrie. Oh my goodness. I was on the wrong screen. I can't see the screen. It's still on the family tree. Thank you, Aurora. I'm so sorry. So here, I did not realize what screen I was on. Apologies. So here's Kyrie and her coat. It doesn't have the actual coat name listed, but like I said, on the WolfQuest wiki, if you go to Grey Wolf Pups, something like that, and it's just like the pups wiki screen, it does have all of the coats listed as and photos of what the pups look like when it's that coat versus the pup coat. Yeah, I will leave it here for a minute, Aurora, so you can actually see it. Maybe you can take like a little screenshot. And you can do some cross comparing of what the actual site looked like. And you can even see the stats too, if you ever wanted to do that. Plus strength, plus 1 strength, plus 1 stamina, and then minus 1 speed, minus 1 health. And I'll leave you here for a minute. I'm actually going to be right back. My dinner is ready, so just give me 2 seconds. I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry that took longer. I got my roast. We had like a slow cook pot roast kind of deal with mashed potatoes and a salad. So I snagged all those. And it looks delicious. And you said that she has the bronze forehead. I feel like we have that actually. If we go to web. Oh wait, but you're saying it's the brown stripe. Looking at the puppy Chi-Chi. Oh gosh, my chat was way far behind. It's brown stripe. Okay, hold on. Which one is it? Is it bronze forehead or brown stripe? I don't recognize that one as a coat. So let me exit that because somebody we have has the bronze forehead. Yeah. Ash. Ash has bronze forehead. So which is it? And I figured out what Kyrie was. Brown stripe pup with the possibility of being 832, 10, or 7. Oh gosh, that doesn't strike as familiar to me. Oh no! Well, it could be this one, or it could be multiple other ones, I suppose. Well, that's super fun. Well, I hope you have a lot of fun making Kyrie. Now, Zuko. Zuko is the runt of the second litter. So let's see. So Cole raised, Burn. No, wait. Cole technically raised, Striker and Bolt. But then Burn, Lightning, and Azula was his first litter, and then Firefly, Phoenix, and Zuko were his second litter. So, with Zuko being his second litter, he is the runt. And second litter of Cole and Crimson. While his coat matches his sister Azula, he felt the pressure of living up to her hunting prowess. I'm gonna pretend Kyrie got the 7F coat. That coat just feels right. Consider her coloring. Fun, right? I hope you have an amazing time with Kyrie. She really had such a mark on Kendall and Kendall's story, so it would be really, really cool to follow what she ended up doing with her life if she had not passed away. Do you guys have any memorable moments for Zuko? I personally don't. I just know that he has a link to his sister Azula. They do have the same coat. And Zuko is a runt. So in this last portion, Zuko being a runt has a lot to live up to, making sure that he is leaving a mark on the wildfire. I'm not personally seeing too many goals in mind right now for Zuko other than survival and just like trying to like make a little bit of a name for himself. Again, before I start recording, I'm probably gonna have to go back and watch some Wildfire episodes just so I can catch up on him and his behaviors. But if you guys have any standouts, he was actually a pretty popular one, especially with his name to kind of match Azula. So he is a popular guy, but he doesn't have too much going for him in my mind right now. And honestly, that's really where we can leave things for now, because Cole's next litter is not ready quite yet. If we take a look at the screen here, we're on Kendall's family, but if we take a look at Cole, his next little litter of pups, Sizzle, Inferno, Electra, Scarlet, and Torch, have all not made it through Young Hunters. So we're kind of at Kendall and her family next, which we might want to go ahead and start doing, if I'm going to be honest, because we can't do Bolt yet because none of his pups are through Young Hunters. You know, I'm just so curious. So Flint and Rebel, I've not touched them at all. Oh, I remember when this happened. Oh my gosh, we lost Crackle, Ghost, and Marshmallow. That's so sad. Oh my gosh, have you guys ever seen a puppy with -1, -1, -1, -1? That's really sad. Hi, Emmy. Welcome back. So we can't even do any of Flint's pups because they're all just pups. Oh, Story has Flint's coat though. It's quite literally been so long since I've been back with Flint. I think the last time that we even touched his pack was like right when the new coats came out. But he lost 3 pups, which is really sad. But Story was a favorite. I do remember that. Everyone really loved Story's name. So the only wolf that we could really move forward with is the Bloodwater pack. So let me go ahead and... Oh, nope, that's Discord. No thanks, Discord. I don't want you. Is snapping a picture of our floodwater. The only thing I don't like about this website is how small. Story is a good name. Yeah, everybody loves that name. It was so good. But yeah, the only thing we can really do is start on Kindle's family tree here with River. We'll do Floodwater Pack member. We'll go ahead and upload. Her picture. The only problem that I have with the site is how small the pictures are. And her parents are Kindle and Pilot. Where did Pilot go? There we go. Add details about this character's relationship to others. Oh boy, do we start that with Kindle now? Let's see. River and her mother have a very strained relationships. From a young age, River looked up to her mother as a strong influence on how to live her life. Kindle was so fierce and strong. River dreamt. That's the wrong way to spell that. Dreamt. Again. Dreamt of how she could be like her mother someday. This came to a head when moving the pups after losing the boys of the pack. River decided to take on some buffalo while hiding in the grass. Kindle, change the song because I can't stand it. Kindle, fearing for River's life, became enraged at her defiance in the presence, however you spell that, of danger. That they forever harbored a combative relationship. I feel like that kind of sums up their history pretty well. Let's see, River, and then we kind of need to talk about her relationship with Willow as well. Still here, just lurking. Thank you, Simple. I appreciate you. I'm also like eating dinner as we chat here. Again, this is a super chill stream, so only the like real fans are here. So I super appreciate all of you for hanging out, like for real. River and her sister Willow became so close in their formative years, bonding over their shared strength and hunting prowess, probably. And they took out a bison when the bison first came out. Working on your Star Stable website. Oh, Amy, please send me a link. You have another channel? I need to know. Let's see. While Willow is a... Now, while Willow hides her... Let's see, hides her... What is the word? Ah, that's wrong. Wrong one. Oh, yay! You finished making a bio for Kyrie. Let's see, while Willow hides her innate strength behind her good looks, River flaunts it. That's not the right spelling. Flaunts. Kyrie was born to the Floodwater Pack to Kindle and Pilot. She was part of their second litter. Her older siblings include Water Lily, River, Cattail, and Willow. Her litter mates were Pearl, Namira, Captain, and Brooke. Unfortunately, Brooke was taken by Rye of the rival pack of the Grassy Creek. Losing Brooke took a toll on Kyrie, and she grew distant from her family. Ooh, my goodness. Okay, so she's a little bit more reserved. I love that. She recovered from her sickness shortly after Brooke was killed and then made her trek to their rendezvous site shortly after arriving to their new home site. The site was set upon by coyotes. In the chaos, Kendall believed Kyrie lost to the coyotes, but managed to escape injured but alive. Somehow she managed to survive on her own. She is still looking for her family to this day. Oh, that's so sad. But she got a little lost along the way. How will her story unfold from there? Oh, you just have to follow along. I love that, Aurora. Oh my gosh, how fun. That's so sad too. Like, can you imagine being a pup and getting separated from your family during a coyote attack and then just having to continue from there? Oh, I want to follow her story. That is really cute. She made her way back to Lost River. I love that. She got a little lost. That's right. Oh, that's awesome, Aurora. I love that. So, to follow along with River, I went ahead and put hoping that her mother would approve of her strength and her risk taking. River lets her personality shine, and to her demise, Kendall struggles seeing herself in River. The two often butt heads, which leads to many a dispute between the two. And I don't think I read this part, but while Rillo hides her innate strength behind her good looks, River flaunts it to all that happen to see. So excuse me, so Willow is more like, hey boys, like come look at me. And then she really comes in with that like secretive kind of secret assassin moment where she catches you off guard, and then you think that she's this like little prissy girl, but really she has all of this strength behind her. And River, just from the get-go, you know that how strong she is and how willing she is to fight for her family and to fight for whatever it is that she wants. And that is what makes her and Kendall butt heads a lot more, is Kendall, because Kendall is that way. That is Kendall. She's always fought for whatever she wants, and seeing that in her daughter is so much harder. She just like does not appreciate what it is that her daughter is giving forward. She does not see that that is an exact mirror of herself, but she only sees it as defiance. She does not recognize that that is her as a pup and everything that she always did. And it makes the two of them butt heads. But I mean, she really is the copy paste of her mother. And how will their relationship unfold from here? I don't know, but that's kind of Kendall's mindset of things, and her and Willow's bond are so close because the two of them joining together in whatever task that they're trying to accomplish is so wonderful. Like the magic that they have in between both of themselves is wonderful, and they work really, really well together, and they are so bonded, and they go out on every adventure together. But for some reason, River is always the one that stands out. River is always the one who catches Kendall's heat, and how, why are you acting this way? What are you doing? Like, you can't be doing that. But Willow's fine. River, in the way that, you know, she's doing things is seeming poor, but the way that Willow does it is like, hey, that's a little bit different. You know, you're your own person. I can see why you're doing that. But for some reason, River just always gets the brunt of it. And I think that's really, really hard for her. So she has her own kind of problems within her family. So we're gonna save River, and she's gonna get a pink because she's a female. For the love of God, click on the right buttons. There we go. Probably go down here. I would guess we need a picture of Pilot. Yeah, Minnow and Pike. They were the little boys. The boys didn't make it. Let's get a picture of Pilot real quick. Here's the handsome man himself. Let's wait till he actually looks towards the camera. There we go. Oh wait, no, I don't need to add a new character. I just need to edit this one. Let's see, founding member of the Floodwater Pack. I don't have quite the description for Pilot just yet. But there's Pilot. Something fire and water related. Her mate is going to be called Sora, no questions asked, because how could I not? I mean, that's so fair. Like, no one can argue with you there. What if you go with some of the more water theme with Kingdom Hearts? So I haven't played Kingdom Hearts in a really, really long time, but like, what are some water creatures from Kingdom Hearts that you could go with? So like, the only thing I can think of is like Little Mermaid, but is there more in Kingdom Hearts? Like, have you played more of it that I know more of, that I don't know more of? Because I can only think of Little Mermaid. Oh no, I'm out of a drink again, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna have to go run. I think I'm gonna have to get iced tea this time, because I'm out of my Dr. Pepper. Let me know if you're a Dr. Pepper fan in the chat. I'll be right back. But H2O trumps all. I mean, that's fair. But you love tea more. Nice. Are you referring to hot tea or cold tea? Because I have some cold tea, and actually, it's like an oaky thing. But if you, my grandma used to do it all the time. If you have, iced sweet tea, and you mix just like a little bit of Pepsi in it. It's my favorite. It's so good. Y'all have to try. Also, hi Moon! I was also going to ask if I can remake one of the pups that die. You go for it, Moon. 100%. Y'all can play with whatever wolves you want. I do not feel bad about anybody remaking any of my wolves. Y'all want to remake the whole Wildfire? You go for it. I want to support any creativity that I possibly can. If y'all feel inspired by any of my wolves, you go for it. Now, the next wolf that we have is Water Lily. And she is a Floodwater pack member. Let's snag her photo real quick. So here's Water Lily. And again, I think I actually need to go through because I don't think I did this with River. Yeah, I need to put down what her stats and her coats are. Moon, if you want to see any particular pup, let me know and I can show you what their coat looked like. If you know their name, I'd be happy to click on them for you. So let me go back and actually put in River's stats because I always forget to do that. So river is the 755M. She has, we'll do pack info, Floodwater pack member, and her stats are strength is 0, stamina 0, speed +1, and health -1. Ooh, Aurora, you have a few possible names for Kyrie's pack. That's awesome. Okay. I've got river stats all good to go. We actually need to switch over to Water Lily now. She just got the black coat. Interesting. Let's go to this here now. Bring you guys over. And we need to type up for Water Lily. Now, Water Lily, from what I remember, is actually really low key. Between the 4 surviving members of the first pack, we had River and Willow, who were really, really like their mom, and Water Lily and Cattail, who were not. And Water Lily and Cattail bonded together pretty closely. So now we just have to write that out, and I need to get her stats before I forget them. Oh, I love either the Rainfire pack or the Scorched Sea pack. That sounds so cool because it's such a mix of the two, of the wildfire and something to do with the water, with the floodwater. I think Rainfire or Scorched Sea is so cool. Oh, Boone, you want to look what Brooke looks like? I can definitely do that for you. Also, just so you guys have this, so Water Lily's description so far. Water Lily always felt a little bit of an outsider in the Floodwater pack. She bonded with her sister Cattail, and the two of them felt their connection to the softer side of life, appreciating the finer moments within the pack, the breeze on the wind, and the smell of wildflowers. So that's where they're at. Let me go ahead and bring you guys in to the game here. So y'all want to know what Brooke looked like. Here's little Brooke. She died very young. She was definitely a great coat with her KK. With a plus strength, neutral stamina, minus speed, and neutral health. Yeah, that's awesome, Aurora. Not sure what pack this or what coat this would be. But if there is a cheat sheet, like I said on the wiki, I'm pretty sure you can find it. But this is what Brooke is looking like. And we still have a few pups to add here. Pearl, Captain, and Namira. Oh, Captain. Our single only boy. He's doing so well though. Like the most big brother energy that you could ever have ever is in Captain. With his thousands of sisters. Actually, before we go too much further with this one, let's go ahead and save changes to that and then get a picture of Willow. Because we need to snag that. Let's wait until she actually looks at the camera for us. Okay. So this is gonna be Willow. And we'll go Floodwater. Pack member. Her parent is Kendall and Pilot. And I mean, we might as well go ahead and add notes about her relationship to the other characters. So Willow feels a special bond with her sister River. The two of them get up to plenty of mischief. That's spelled wrong. Between their two personalities. They can prey upon many a wolf. We'll just do that for now. Then add as her description. Oh, Moon, you want to see Mist as well? Okay, we can absolutely do that. Let's see, and then Willow always felt that she deserved more than what she has been given. She has big dreams of where she will end up one day. Her bond with her sister River has gotten her far in life. She has learned to use her looks as a way of hiding her true strength. Let's see, other wolves do not see the power that she possesses. That's also feels like it's spelled wrong, but it's not telling me that it's spelled wrong, so I guess I'll go with it. Alright, legit, thank you so much for hanging out. I know it was like a really random stream and it's probably super late, so thank you for joining us. I just wanted some company while I was working on this family tree, and I'm so amazed that y'all even showed up. Like, that makes me so excited, so I hope you have an amazing night. Yeah, possesses? Question mark? Have a good night. Oh my goodness. There we go. There we go. Now we got it spelled right. Oh, Amy, are you heading out as well? Well, if you are, I hope you have an amazing night. And I am absolutely going to have to follow your adventures along the way. I feel like that could just be like a good description of Willow for now. Put her down here. Oh yeah, y'all wanted to see Mist, right? Mist is all the way down here. So she had that. I'm betting she had Flint's coat with that spot on the chest. Oh gosh, so Brooke had a lot of options that she could have been. I'm gonna guess with that chest spot though that Mist has Flint's coat. She's a KK though. So yeah, I guess that would make her a black coat. Uppercase K, lowercase k. Potentially. Who knows? But here's Mist, y'all. It's been so long since I've popped into the floodwater. Truly, I don't even remember where they left off. I know that I love Salty, though. My little salty queen. Rain, I think, has Timber's coat with 9F. Yep. So Rain has the 9F coat, which is Timber's coat. Who else has Timber's coat? Cattail. So Cattail also has Timber's coat. The 9F. It's such a special coat to me. And then Nisha has eyebrows. So Bolt has Nisha's coat. I know Bolt has the eyebrows coat. Oh, sweet angel. We still don't even have these guys yet. We need to get them in. Little T or small spot. Little T or small dot. Yeah. I don't think Little T looked that way when they were small because Cole has the Little T coat. So if we go to Timber, why does that never work the first time? So if we go to that family tree, the Little T coat, I mean, we can see him as an adult, I guess. But if we go to Flint, I mean, that just seems so obvious that it would be Flint's coat. Because the Little T is so different. And I mean, in my family trees, I can't click through and see what a Little T coat looks like from when they're that young. Because we've never had a surviving coat with that, but I think it's Flint, personally. That would be my guess. Alright, we need to get Cattail now. And snag a picture of her. Need to look at the camera, girly. There we go. And we're gonna do Kindle and Pilot as their parent. And there we have Cattail. Look at all these girls, y'all. You left off with Kindle on a major injury on her leg and low health. went back to the carcass and brought back a meat chunk for Cascade, Rain, and Salty. Thank you, Aurora! My gosh, yeah, it has been so long since I've been back with the Floodwater. I had truly no idea. It's gonna be probably a hot minute until we hop back in with them. But I think before I move forward with any of my packs, I'm gonna have to go back and watch a few of the episodes so I can really get caught up before I record the next ones. But just looking at Pilot here, guys, like, oh my gosh. His coat change, I'm only able to get the picture with the coat change because of his age. But I remember how shocked I was when his coat changed on its own. I love that. Yeah, their story is so fun. I can't wait to continue it. Okay, I'm gonna switch to some Stardew just because that music was really overwhelming for a moment. But yeah, he's so handsome. And the fact that, like, Kendall, like, skipped out on... I think she had at least 2 different meats that she was like, oh, maybe this one and maybe this one is the one, and she even went with Pilot's brother for a minute and then ended up going back to Pilot, and Pilot was the one with +2 strength all along with what she was looking for. Like, how perfect is that? Like, and it's kind of teaching a lesson to Kendall of maybe you need to take a second and look at what you're seeing and give it a little bit more thought, you know? Don't just rush past by on first impressions alone. And you know, she gives Pilot a little bit more time and realizes that's what she's looking for all along. Sunny, yeah, that was the mate that she tried for a minute, that really bright red wolf. And then, yeah, Scrap was the first in Lost River. That was who she dispersed with. And when she found him back again in Lost River, he was growling at her because, you know, in her mind, I mean, if we read her description. So Kendall was one of the very few females in the wildfire. Thus, Anisha put all of her effort into trying to teach her what it meant to be a strong female and what their role in the pack would be. The females of the wildfire are expected to fiercely defend the pups and take care of them at the den. While Kendall never saw herself wanting to take a mate, she also did not get along well with Nisha, and they bickered often, and Kendall wanted something different for her life. She loved the creek that runs along the Ashwood and longed for a place where she could hunt her favorite meal, beavers. Kendall, as she got older, embraced her protective role, still the sole female besides her mother in the pack, even taking a large role in raising Soul and Soot, if you guys remember, which is how they kind of got their personalities, while her mother felt comfortable enough to join Timber on more and more outings once again. At the age of 3, Kendall met a dispersal named Scrap, and with their fiery attitude like her own, she decided he was the one she wanted to disperse with. Following their noses up a very high mountain, they found an unlikely pass that leaded them out of Lost River. Now keep in mind, this was before you could ever leave Lost River, which is why they got so damaged along the way, because it was not a trail that one could actually, like, physically do most of the time, and into Slough Creek. Scrap lost his footing and fell down the mountainside and became injured. Once they made it to the valley floor and began hunting elk, Kendall quickly realized that Scrap could no longer be a suitable mate for her. They fought and she ran him off, determined to make a way for herself in this new land. She set off on her own in search for a new mate. Kendall knew she wanted a strong mate, one that could help her fight her way through Slough Creek and battle the wolves of the valley. She tried a few mates and rejected one that she could not forget. His name was Pilot, and one night she heard his call and came to investigate. There she found Pilot, and it was clear he had not forgotten her either. She had chosen his brother, and although that stung at the time, he was so happy to see her again that they fell right into place. After a trial, he showed her he was the strong wolf she was searching for all along. Together they formed the Floodwater Pack, and their story began. So she's got kind of a long description here, but she's got her parents, her spouse, and her children all here. But yeah, we've got Scrap's kind of lore in there as well. And I just love their story. They've got quite a bit going on, but so much story ahead of them. I'm gonna snag a quick picture of Pearl. Got Floodwater Pack member. Her parents are Pilot and Kindle. Upload that for now. Oh, what did I do? Nope, your mate is not Pilot. Nope, nope, those aren't your spouses, those are your parents. No. There we go. What did Brooke die from? Let's take a look. So Brooke, it just says killed, so I'm assuming coyotes or wolves. I want to say wolves. That sounds more accurate to me, but I'd have to go back and look. But I think it was wolves. And honestly, from this point, guys, I think I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch some episodes because I know that Pearl has a good story, and I want to say that she was one, like during our Young Hunters, she was one of the ones that was doing the most. But I also don't want to represent that incorrectly. So I think that's where I'm going to have to leave it, because I'm going to have to go back and really look. Because I know, like, I know Generation 2 really well between River, Water Lily, Willow, and Cattail. But then the next generation between Pearl, let's go back here and look, between Pearl, Captain, and Namira, I don't know quite as much. I remember Namira being a little bit more hardcore. You know, she's got these, the Life is Rough coat with the scars on her nose and everything. And I remember, like, her being a little bit more hardcore than the other two. And, like, Captain with his, like, big brother energy and, like, all of the kind of lore that goes on with Captain. And I remember that pretty well, but I don't remember too much about Pearl. And then we have Cascade, who I remember did survive a sickness early on. And then Rain and Salty, I remember Salty also got sick, and she had to survive that too. But yeah, I think with a few of these younger wolves that I haven't really played with too much, I'm going to have to go back and look before I can actually write out their descriptions properly. But we've done a really good job tonight, if I'm going to be so honest. We've got all of Cole's litter kind of all written out, and all of their descriptions, as much as I can remember. Zuko doesn't want to pop up for me. There we go. So we've got them pretty good, and I've got everybody up here good to go. Oh no, you just had an awful Charlie horse. That's not fun. And then we've got Kindle and her family started. Look at all of these girls. Oh my gosh. So crazy. Poor Captain. Should we just go ahead and maybe get Captain's picture up here? And like at least get the pictures going? And then we can get their descriptions. Let's maybe get that real fast. Our one boy. I'm not gonna let some leg pain stop me. There we go. At least we have a boy. And then we gotta get Namira in here too. I'm gonna snag her real quick. If I remember correctly, she was a really good hunter. And she was a little bit lazy, so she liked to stay at home with the pups. But she's pretty hardcore. There we go. There's Namira. And then beside the pups, yes, that's gonna be everyone. Cause these kids aren't grown yet. So that is officially Kendall's side of the family. So I need to write up their bios, but I will probably do that after I maybe watch some episodes from them. We've got Cole. Cole is all caught up, which I felt like Cole is a lot more farther along, which I guess he technically is because he's an elder wolf, and he raised these two and then had Azula, Firefly. No. Yeah? Firefly, Lightning, Azula? No, Burn, Lightning, and Azula. No, now I'm confused. I guess I could look. Cause now I'm all messed up. How many litters has Cole actually had? Burn, Lightning, Azula. That's the only thing I don't like about the family tree is I can't really set it up the way I would like to, like per litter. They're all just like in the same row. But Burn, Lightning, and Azula are the first litter, and then Firefly, Phoenix, and Zuko are the second one. Burn, Lightning, Azula, Firefly, Phoenix, and Zuko. I mean, I guess I'm doing it in order, but yeah. That is kind of where we are at on that. But guys, I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up for the day. I thank you so much for joining me for the live stream. I just really wanted to sit down and get a bunch of the family tree kind of written out. That's kind of my pride and joy here, and this is going to keep on going. As soon as Bolt raises his pups to young hunters, this is going to go even further. And let's see, with this menu here, I did it earlier. Yeah, share with this link, copy and paste. So I think you guys, oh gosh, nope, that's way too many. Calm down. Just do the one. Yeah, if you guys ever want to click on this family tree and kind of follow it along and reference it for any reason, you can get it here. And I think I'll probably start including this in my video descriptions, just because this is like the main family tree, and then every little offshoot is going to go from here, because that's just how I've been playing all of my series. Obviously, Kendall is from the Wildfire, Bolt is from the Wildfire, Cole is continuing the main Wildfire line, so this is going to be the main hub moving forward. So if you guys ever want to kind of see that, yeah, we'll go from there. Also, before we leave, Kyrie is wondering what, or excuse me, Aurora is wondering what Kyrie's stats are before we leave. So let's snag that. We need to go back to Kindle. So here's Kyrie. She has plus strength, plus stamina, -1 speed, -1 health. So there you are. Oh, and Moon also wants to know what Brooke's stats are as well, so we'll click on those. Brooke has a plus health, a neutral stamina, -1 strength, and neutral health. So Brooke is a little bit more well off than Kyrie was, because Kyrie's got a couple of minuses down there. No problem. And Moon, yep, we've got Brooke's stats right here. I will go ahead and leave it there for the night. So thank you guys so much. The fact that y'all showed up on like this most random stream ever, when we're not even like playing Wolf Quest, we're just doing a family tree. I so appreciate you so much. So thank you guys so much again, and I hope you have an amazing night, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.